guys, Jamie here.
So click on the bell button so that you don't ever miss any of my videos, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already.
I am going to talk about The Undertaker. So, I always get a lot of questions about The Undertaker. My thoughts on things, how I should book something, how I'm feeling, have I heard this about him, just anything about him, really. So, I want to talk about the latest rumors on him, and I'm sure you all already know, and I get a lot of questions about him. So with that being said, I want you guys to comment down below questions that you have for me about The Undertaker, whether you want to know something. I don't know everything about him. I just know what fans know. Questions that I haven't answered that have always been asked about him. I'm going to do an Undertaker Q&A. I'm also going to do just a wrestling Q&A and also a Q&A just in general. Doesn't have to necessarily be wrestling related, so leave your comments down below. Leave your comments down below about what I'm talking about in this video and just your overall thoughts on this. And I'll put my social media links in the description along on this video as well. I'll also put it in the description. Current news is that Undertaker might come back for one final match, and his final match against John Cena. Both rumors are that be Undertaker's kind of farewell match, and it would be against someone big to end his career. They've both done everything, so who else really is there for Undertaker to face? Undertaker now really is here to put people over and to kind of just for nostalgia purposes, as well as Undertaker is just kind of there to have dream matches, like our dream matches, not necessarily for him, but for just WrestleMania wise that haven't happened yet. For John Cena, he's kind of done everything already too, but Undertaker's more on a different level than anybody else. Speaking of John Cena though, being from an objective point of view, I am not a fan of John Cena, but from a wrestling standpoint, he has done just about everything. Is now coming back as what Undertaker used to. Not that I'm comparing them on the same level, because Undertaker is a billion times better than John Cena. Done everything. He's kind of coming back for the same reason. To still do big things in wrestling, your Royal Rumbles, your WrestleMania moments, things of that nature. In the rumors, it said that John Cena's WrestleMania opponent is going to be someone huge, like a really, really big opponent. Not talking about height-wise, but I'm talking about nostalgia and just popularity-wise, and something that's going to scream WrestleMania moment, WrestleMania-worthy match. It's like a huge main event, huge for them to face. And who else fits that description besides Undertaker? And John Cena's already faced a lot of those guys. He's faced The Rock. He's had title moments. He's been in group matches. Who else would really fit that description? And he's faced all those people, at some point. So he's faced Brock Lesnar, The Rock, The Rock's, Brock Lesnar's. Who else left for him really to take on? I know there are plenty of other stuff we could say. He's also faced AJ Styles. So what big name hasn't he really faced yet? I, of course, would love to see it. We haven't had really a huge WrestleMania moment in a while with Undertaker, because we've gotten matches we haven't wanted to see.
I'm thankful to see Undertaker regardless, and it's a WrestleMania moment just to see him, period.
And Undertaker's been really hurt during it. Selfishly, I want to see Undertaker versus John Cena. I also want to see AJ Styles versus Undertaker, or something where these two guys are anywhere near Undertaker, stare down in the same ring. I would just scream. I know a lot of people would scream. Even Undertaker staring down someone is enough to freak out. Also, not only haven't seen John Cena and Undertaker anywhere interacting in a long time, but Undertaker and AJ Styles have never been in a ring at all. Not I'm talking about one-on-one. No stare down, no interaction with each other. Can you imagine if they just were in the same ring or just looked at each other, even if there were other people? I know at SmackDown
900, they technically were in the same ring as each other because it was AJ, Shane, James Ellsworth, Dean, Randy Orton, and Shane. I think I repeated Shane. But anyways, I know I said that I wanted to see them together in the same ring, even if other people were around, but that did not count because there was no interaction among them. There's interaction among Undertaker and Shane, and Taker and AJ have never been in the ring together or had any sort of interaction, so I'd love to see them together at some point.
Imagine it if he went over and stared down AJ.
Was the first moment Taker and AJ have ever been anywhere near each other in a WWE.
And I think it would be probably one of his things he would love to do in wrestling. It's probably AJ's checklist. Like, you know, he has all these checklists. He's traveled the world. He's won titles in all sorts of other wrestling promotions. He's faced everybody. He's like, all right, check. Got to WWE, won the title, debuted at the Royal Rumble, won the U.S. WWE Championship, started the year, ended the year with the championship. Check, check, check. And then it's like, all right, fought John Cena, Chris Jericho. You know, it's like, all right, check boxes at the end. Be in the ring with Undertaker, face Undertaker. Haven't done that yet. That's someone he needs to check off his list. However, this is down to the wire with him, and it's either going to be one opponent or nobody, and I wish that they did it last year, or...
They also definitely could have had better opponents for Undertaker, unless that's what Undertaker wanted, because he's old school and will do going out on a loss or wanting to put over other talent. That's what he wanted, and that's what he wanted. But I just think there could have been so many other better opponents for him physically. And even though Taker was banged up, I feel like because of the opponent like John Cena or AJ, we would have gotten such a better match. And those are both great to be in the ring. I'm not even a John Cena fan, but especially AJ. Like, why didn't AJ fought at Royal Rumble? And it didn't even have to be a title match. And then later for John Cena and Undertaker to face at WrestleMania. Those are the matches I wanted to see. I know other people wanted to see it. I think some of the matches now are a little bit too late, physically wise, for Undertaker. Maybe for John Cena and Undertaker, it could have been, you know, a little bit ago. I'm not talking about like 10 years ago, but maybe 1 or 2 years ago, or even last year, because now it's coming down to the wire, and now we might not even, or probably not even get some of these matches. So we might have not gotten those matches because of Undertaker's injury. He had really bad hips last year, and I know he still does. I mean, he was wincing in pain, you saw at the Rumble last year. So AJ versus Undertaker might have been cut off from that, and then John Cena versus Undertaker probably got cut because I feel like Undertaker thought this is going to be my last match, I think. And, you know, John Cena really respects Undertaker. With the streak, he never wanted to face him with the streak alive because he just respects Undertaker so much. So maybe that's why that they didn't face, because he didn't want to be the one to, quote-unquote, retire Undertaker. But anyways, I love and respect Undertaker very much, whatever his decision is, and his health is more important, and it's such a privilege always to see him, no matter what the match is. I just wish, and he deserves so many bigger opponents, and he always gives us our money's worth.
You could have done some story with them, you know, like some of the... You could have done a story with the legend versus the phenomenal one, who's done it all. Now, only in his short time in WWE, he's done almost everything already. The only thing he hasn't done is beaten The Undertaker or faced him. I mean, you could have done something. We get some sort of big send-off with him. Okay, Undertaker's old school, so, you know, in old school wrestling, guys, as a signal of their retirement, take off, you know, something significant from their, you know, wardrobe and, you know, attire that they wear, and they put it in the middle of the ring. And you also know Undertaker does a lot of cryptic things. He's not going to come out and go, hey guys, Undertaker here, I'm retiring, peace out. You know, like, he's going to come in very cryptic. And really what Undertaker was thinking, like, I'm hurting, I need to call it quits. But if I ever want to come back, there's that door where I can still come open, but enough where if I don't want to come back, you know, I left it with my stuff in the ring, and that was it. We have not seen
John Cena and Undertaker
legitimately in a feud, both as the current John Cena and both as the dead man, because people want to say, oh, they already faced. No. John Cena was just in wrestling, like, he in WWE. He'd only been in there for like what, couple years, 2 years, couple years. Like, he was a newbie. And they didn't face at WrestleMania. They didn't even face at anything big. So how can you really say, oh, they faced before? They haven't had a proper feud. They haven't been in a feud. Undertaker was also American Badass at the time, so it really wasn't even Undertaker versus John Cena. That does not count. Then I don't think it would have been as exciting because Undertaker was, not that I liked the biker gimmick. A lot of people didn't. I don't think it would have been as exciting, or John Cena would have been worthy enough for Undertaker to face him at a WrestleMania. And at that point too, the streak wasn't as huge as it was then as it is now. I mean, I know there's no streak now, but when the streak was alive, since there's no more streak anymore, you could really do anything because there's no obvious, like, oh, John Cena's gonna win or Undertaker's gonna win from that type of perspective. These two are at the end of their careers. I don't know about John Cena, but, you know, like, heading towards the end because John Cena is now part-time. Probably some of the last things that they're going to do, especially Undertaker. This is coming down to the wire if he is in fact not retired or this is his last career match. Haven't had a huge moment together. I mean, when was the last time they really even were in the same ring?
Since there's no more streak.
Tell a whole different story now. They can also, you know, two legends clashing. They could put something out of this. John Cena wise, he's a veteran. He knows the ropes too. Undertaker's body is banged up. Needs someone that can take care of him in the ring physically. I don't mean take over the match, but not carry the match either, but he needs someone to take care of him, and I think John Cena would be a perfect match for him. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns clearly weren't people to put in the ring with him. But Bray Wyatt, also based on wrestling style, like, Bray Wyatt is not incredibly rough. Part of me would very much want to see Undertaker versus John Cena. I still want to see other stuff from him. However, it's really hurt. And the other part of me is like, no, especially learning that he does pain relief injections. I know Undertaker's banged up. I know that he's a dedicated worker and he's amazing. He's humble. He only really cares for the company and other people and never puts himself first. I mean, you can see just with the pain injection pills or pain injections. He does that just so he can give us our money's worth. Like, he does all that. Most of me is saying, I want to see you, I want to see you, I want to see you, but not at your health, not at your expense. So I feel so conflicted with this. I would love to see it, and I would love to see him, but not if he's doing things like that. Not if you're in pain, not if you're beat up. Please look out for yourself now. You've given us 30 years of your life. And if you've seen WWE 24, the things that he was saying broke my heart. Like, he's like, nobody is going to want to see this old guy. I don't want to disappoint anybody. You would never. We just care about your health. So comment down below on what you thought about what I said. And comment down below questions for Q&A. So, bye.